In the last 45 days, I have improved my conversion rate around 30-ish% just from this one strategy used from ChatGPT. So I'm super excited today to just help you guys out in general, just with this quick tip. I think when we're all trying to improve our sales, we all think, oh, we need to launch more products. And sometimes the most simple answer is just improving your conversion rate and your listing. So without further ado, let me show you this really cool strategy I learned about 2 months ago. So in one of the previous videos I created, I found an interesting market called soil testing kit. Super interesting market because it's for an enthusiast customer, one who's willing to spend more because they're interested in helping their soil or just looking in more into their soil. And was an interesting market to me in general. And when it comes to like creating a listing, I get this question a lot, like what do I put for my bullet points, right? And by the way, I used Helium 10 finding this. I don't know if I mentioned that. I used Magnet and I just typed in gardening and it showed me a lot of different options and I found soil test kit right here. So I found this interesting market, right? Soil testing kit. So now the question is, if I came out with a cool product, a cool sick brand for this product, what would my listing look like to have the highest chance possible of converting the customer and selling them, right? And so what I did for my market I sell in to improve my listing was, we'll say this first. I first want to know, like step one, who the heck my customer is, and go off of that, right? So the first thing is, and we're going to create a listing off of all these questions. We're essentially giving AI all the info about our market and giving them answers to us, having them give answers to us to leverage to create a sick listing off of. So what we're going to do first is I would type, give me a full analysis of who the customer is for a soil testing kit, right? And so now it's going to give me a really, really cool full analysis of this, like age, both female, right? Passionate about plants, vegetables, lawn care, value sustainable, motivations, want to grow better crops. So now based on kind of what it's given me, you have to figure out now the reasons why they're getting this and then answer those reasons in your listing to make them sold to buy, right? So when I'm looking at what ChatGPT has given me, the biggest thing I would say is motivations, right? This is what they want to do, so we need to tell them that we can solve that, right? And then let's see what else it's giving me. Hobby farmer, it's telling me other things based on this. So now I can say, based on like all the motivations it's given me, now I can ask, based on the motivations it's given me, what would be the most ideal bullet points to have in my Amazon listing? But I also see that it's giving me different type of gardeners, right? So first we want to know kind of what the majority is, right? What majority of gardeners are really getting soil testing kits, right? Or is it hobby farmers, urban gardeners, or home gardeners? It seems very similar, but I want to ask them, like, get more in depth. So like, based on the type of gardeners you have given me, what are the who are the most common who are typically the most common to get a soil testing kit, right? So now it's going to give me a full answer based on this. Home gardeners, right? That's the first thing they did. All right, so given that it is home gardeners, so watch this, guys. Stay tuned for this. Watch this. Given that is home gardeners, I don't even know how to say things apparently. Gardeners, create me a Amazon listing with bullet points, obviously, because that's what we want, that answers everything they want to get and what will motivate them to buy. I spelled motivate wrong, but who cares? All right, so now what it's gonna do, guys, is it's gonna give me a really cool key product features right here. So watch this. I literally have now my bullet points I could use, and you can use this for any market, any customer you're trying to serve. You kind of have ChatGPT break down who the customer is, who your typical customer is 80% of the time, 70% of the time. And they create bullet points that answers exactly what they're looking for. It's cool. You can even have some emojis. I'm not sure if Amazon allows emojis, but I think they do. And then even like you could ask even guys, what bullet points are less likely to be valued by the customer and like can be replaced, right? So make it even better listing, right? So even say, can you make this listing sound more like a gardener is talking and trying to convince somebody of selling this product to them, right? Like maybe like it sounds like it's coming from a gardener. So like make this listing sound more like it is getting sold for a gardener and matches every concern being asked. You know, like you could even make it more in depth about that. And it will even give you a cool title too. This is crazy, man. Like I've used this and it helped my conversion rate. Like my ACOS, if anybody knows what ACOS here, comment down below. Advertising cost of sale, like my conversion improved, so my ACOS went down. So my ACOS is usually 22 to 24%. It went down to 16%, guys. Really, really huge improvement in conversion rate. I think recently we've been at 18, but anything under 20 is a huge improvement for us. So now, like, look at this. Sick of guessing what's wrong with your garden. So, like, you can have bullet, like, little titles and then your bullet underneath, which is just, like, huge. Like, this is what matches what the gardener is looking for, so they'll be really interested and really stuck and hooked to it. Because the biggest thing with a customer is getting them stuck and hooked to your listing. That is like what you want them to do. You don't want them to go anywhere else. So yeah, guys, this is my advice for improving your conversion rate on Amazon. Again, I found a market like this on Helium 10. I always love product researching on that. It is where I found all of my ideas to help any of my students or anybody. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully this helps you. Like and subscribe. Take care. Later.